Patron, take them away.
Okay guys, I'm going to switch the charts in a minute. I've gone to market on Aussie Swissy. It's currently underwater. And I'm going to finish it off, but I'm also going to have a look at the DAX as well. And why? Because I'm backing up something that I say publicly before I go to market. Why do I say publicly? Well, it's not quite publicly. It's if you're in the Scruffy squad, you'll know what it is. General public, well, you kind of see the aftermath as we're doing now. Now, when I finish the trade, I'm going to give you some thoughts on what it is to be in the public eye. And it might even turn into a bit of a rant. But what I'll say is I'm constantly questioned about what I do and how I do it. This is a job. I treat it as a job and it pays me as a job. I earn around 200 quid a day, which across 5 days is £1,000, 50 grand a year. That is a good salary by any stretch of the mark. A good salary. Some years I'm better than that, some years I'm worse than that, but it's a benchmark. If you're coming into this industry just thinking that you're going to turn little money into millions, you're a fucking moron. You genuinely are.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You've got to put the work in, guys. And if you can't, just give up. McDonald's are hiring. And I'm almost getting on a rant already, but I was kind of talking to the guys about this and they saw some of the flack that I get. And they saw the amount of flack that I get, you know, and they're quite shocked because it's not one or two, it was hundreds. So I'll touch on that. But let's look at the nitty gritty and we'll look at the trading. But I'm going to stress this from straight off the bat. If you're going around YouTube looking for freebies and thinking you're going to be rich, just give up. You're wasting your time. Absolutely wasting your time.
What?
Put the education in and you'll get there. But treat it with respect. Most of you don't. So let's have a look at these charts. So this is the chart of choice today. Where did it come from? I'm looking to buy into key levels. Well, we're buying in around here. It's just triggered that. It's gone against me a little bit. The next order that I'm looking for is in and around this stop zone. And we're looking to get up into these regions here. Anything over 50 quid I'm happy with. I'm going to give a toss that I'm going underwater. Again, the guys will understand why that is. Because I'm sick to death of people going, it goes against you, goes against you. Well, if you're making a living, I'll listen to you. If you're not making a listen, fuck off, right? Because I'm not friggin' interested. I make a living from this and I do quite well with it, all right? And yes, I'm not in the best of moods today. And yes, there are some people out there that are complete arseholes, and if I met them in the pub, I would headbutt them. That's how much they piss me off. All right? And I'm not a violent person, but I fucking would be if I met this twat. Anyway, there you go. And you ever say anything about Juan again, I'll give you my address and we will have a chat about this. Fucking twat. Anyway, off we go. Here's the trade. Now, this was publicly put into a call. So we did a market call this morning where I broke down the DAX fully for the guys. Now I've already backed this up and I've already actually traded it for them. There it is there. So I went in and I backed this up because I did this in front of them, right? This is how easy trading is. Now further to that, if we go a little bit further up, yes, it is, funny enough, it's the channel's birthday today. I started this in 2019. So it's grown a little bit and I'm quite pleased with it. But there's the morning strength. I do like a news update. I do it publicly on a reward basis. So it starts on a Monday. If I get 100 likes, I'll do Tuesday public. If I get 100 likes, I'll do Wednesday public, 100 likes. If it drops below 100 likes, it just goes back to the squad. And these guys will get to see it each day. Okay? So it's the only fairest way I can do it. Nobody's bothered. I'm not fucking bothered either. It's that simple. But these guys, I will look after, and I'll walk broken glass for them, and they'll tell you that I do that. All right. So in here, it was the strength sheet. Now that went up at 7:30 this morning. It's now 10:10, and we're starting the trade. So they know well in advance what's going on. You've got the Scruffy buys, which is here. So there's that sheet that went in, and it's telling you it's the Aussie and the Swissy. And why is that? Well, it's also telling you here. It was the biggest gain from yesterday, and the Swissy was the biggest drop. So there's going to be movement on this. And again, when we look at change of strength, so not only is it the biggest gainers and the biggest drop, strongest and weakest, it's also showing high volatility from the movement. So that lost 25 points, this lost 30 points. Okay, so we look up here, it's got an ATR of 70, so I'm not expecting it to light the world on fire. So if I get 8-10 pips out of it, I'm more than happy. All right? It's Friday, I don't want to be in the markets too long, so that's why I'm just looking for quick movement. All right? Where's the trade come from? Well, the trade is very simple. Pull this out to the higher time frames, go out to your dailies, go out to your 4 hourlies, and you'll see there's a double bottom here. A lot of volatility coming in. There's a lot of pressure to the upside. Now, the first target point is in and around this area here, this cluster. So we're looking to come into that compression here, which it's pushing against, and go to the top of it. Now, it's Friday, I don't really want to push my luck, so I'm going in the middle. Here, straight through, which lines up to that one. Now, I'm also prepared to buy into this backwards along this move here. So it doesn't bother me if it goes against me. In fact, I want it to go against me because I'll get a better price going back to my overall target. Very, very simple. Take it to 5 minutes, and then there you are. I've got my zones in where I'll be watching carefully, which are the red and green zones, and anything above them, I'm just working my way into this target. Might take it all day to get there, but the premise of the trade is come in on the morning, I'll let it run. Once we get to about 1-2 o'clock this afternoon, if it runs that far, I'll probably be looking to get out because it's Friday. Don't particularly want to be trading on a Friday, and I'm doing this just to back up. Now, likewise, we have the DAX. Now, this one, again, I've already been in and I've analysed it fully. I'm going to take all to a clean chart. What we can see here, huge drop and the same criteria. Double bottom. This bottom's higher than that bottom and it's pushing up. So I'll be looking to enter this market to get to the tops of these clusters. Now, if you take it down onto an hour, we'll start seeing it. Surge, up, down, fail, surge. We're now just looking to find a half decent entry in amongst this lot here. Now, it's not difficult to do. Just get a fib on, retracement, pull it to the highest point, just like so. And then you can drop in some key areas. And I'm going to do this with a clean chart, nothing else on it, just like so. Drop them up. That onto there to there. And because I only want to buy this market, I don't care if it runs all the way down. In fact, only a fool will try and go 2 ways in one day. In fact, they're a fucking moron. Because if you got it wrong, you really get it wrong and you've got no room to get out. And basically what it's telling you is, if you have a daily bias, a dominant direction, and you go against it, what's the point of having that direction in the first place? None.
Isn't that logical?
So you have your dominant direction, and what you do is you look for logical points to get in. Now, if you've got to wait, and you've got to wait a few hours to do that, then you wait. And that's how you survive this game. It's how you become a good logical trader.
You're taller than I imagined.
I'm bigger in every department.
If you go both ways, minute charts, 5-minute charts to get direction, all of that, you're gambling. And again, you're wasting your time because you will not stay in this game for a long time. Let's play this out and we'll find out. Okay, guys, I've pulled the plug on this, and I pulled it on purpose. And I'll kind of explain why. The other chart went positive, and I decided to kill it off, but it's actually gone to roughly where I thought it was going. I actually wanted to go up to here, but I killed it off when I got into this zone. But I was right, because I told the guys down here this was going up, and off it went. Just so happens I didn't get much money. As I explained at the start, I missed it because I was, well, talking to the guys. The meeting ran over as it often does.
No way.
But I've ended the day pretty darn well. I've sacrificed that just to get out of the trade because it had already paid me off, and I chopped and changed and got in, and I went into what I call damage control. Now, damage control is, this went against me. I had all my levels in place where I was going to be trading to, and it went to within half a tick, literally a hair's breadth of where I was wrong. And I would have just pulled the plug and got out. But it turned round and kept on going. Now, the guys know once I'm into 5, that's one of my rules is, don't mess about, don't be a hero, look to clear this out and get out its break even. So that's what I've done. Came up, got it out. It started stretching in and around this area. And that's why I was taking them out here, 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 putting them back in for the pull back to the bounce, pull back to the bounce, and moving from one to the next till I had enough banked it would pay off any potential losses of the day that I had at that potential moment. Okay, it could have been pretty rough, and as you can see, it kind of, well, it's not that much, it's only 10 pips, you know, so sacrifice 10 pips for all of this lot, you know, so it's not that bad, not in the grand scheme of things, and I banked enough in the week to cover it off. Now, one of the things about trading is, people talk to me about risk rewards and everything all the time. I don't care about that. I really don't.
Are you serious?
I care about getting my direction correct, which I did. You know, I had an opportunity to go long, got in, took the long trade, and then it just thumped off the back of morning news and one thing and another. And we're also going into news at 1:30, which was a catalyst again, and there's going to be another one in 20 minutes, which is the New York Open, and then there's another catalyst a few minutes after that. I didn't want to be on that trade. I didn't want to be inside it, because if I'm wrong, I'm going to know about it and it's going to hurt. So you do the obvious thing and you get out. So I said I'd touch on various things, maybe it's a rant and one thing not. So I'm not really going to have a rant, but what I'm going to say is that everybody is different. I do it my way. Don't expect anybody to follow me or try and replicate what I do, because I really don't give a toss how you control your accounts. I really don't. Do you know why? It's nothing to do with me. You trade the way that you see fit. If it works for you, amazing. And I expect the same in return. You want to slag me off? Fine. Slag it off to your mates down the pub. Just don't tell me. You know? Because if you do, I'll just tell you to fuck off. Plain and simple.
You know, you're a classic example of the inverse ratio between the size of the mouth and the size of the brain.
Why? Because I've got no time for you. None whatsoever. And when I first started this, because it's the channel's birthday today,
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
I was kind of wide-eyed and naive, and I genuinely thought if I did good things would come back. Now I still do. You know, I run the coffee pot and it all goes to St. Cuthbert's. You know, it's something that my mother was involved with. Most of what I get out of YouTube and various other things goes there because trading pays my wages. That's it. I've had people say, oh, I work in a fish shop. What a fucking idiot. And why was that? Because when I first started, I used to have an office in the back of my wife's business. But we sold that maybe a year and a half ago. It was Christmas time. Actually, when did we sell it? Was it 2 years? Hey, do you know something? I can't remember. It wasn't last year. Must be 2 years ago we sold that business. But you still get some fucking idiot who seems to think that that was my job. No, I just happened to do my trading while I was there. And I guess in a way you could say it was my job because I was there all the time and I did serve the counter. So there's nothing wrong with that. But it weren't a fish and chip shop. It was a sweet shop. The chippy was next door. So again, if you're going to put your facts in, get the fucking things right. And everything I've shown you is just my life. You know, my factory, you saw it getting built. I showed you the videos from it. It was pretty well renowned. It was a good company. Amazon killed it. Did I cry? No. Did I lose everything? I lost more than most people earn in a lifetime in a week. I was stripped of everything I ever had. All of it. Family, home, cars, you name it. Gone. Because that's what happens when the receivers come in. They take your eyes out. Did I get any benefits? No. Because there was none for me. Did I get any handouts? No. Because there was none for me. Because when people aren't getting, they don't want to know you. That's the way the world works. So Joanne and I built our life back together. So when I get some moron having a go at me, you've got no idea, you know, literally nothing. And we've built our new business, because I suppose trading is a business, together. And now we live a good life, and YouTube is just the hobby side of it. I can stop tomorrow. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest. In fact, it would probably make my life a lot easier, not dealing with dickheads on a daily basis. But on the flip side of the coin, I have a lot of good guys in the squad who I've met over the last couple of years. And the squad was created to keep those dickheads out. Because I control the Discord. YouTube might own the group, but I own the Discord. And you can pay whatever you like to get into that membership. But if I see you in that card, you're out. Because I don't give a fuck who you are. I'll just throw you out. And if I can block you from the videos, I'll block you from the videos as well. Because I won't teach anybody who's an arsehole. Nobody. But if you're stuck, and I can see you're stuck, and the guys in the squad will testament to this, I'll personally sit with them and I'll go through it. And there's many of them I've reached out to that I know are struggling. And I've took them to one side and I've said, look, this is what you need to be doing. Rather than just sort of going, oh, just buy this or buy that. No. You put the work in, I'll equal it. And that's what public life's about. You know, the difference is I don't need it. I do it because I want to do it, not because I need to. So the next time somebody opens that big mouth, get yourself back down to McDonald's and sweep the floor. Because I ain't coming down there to show you how to stick the rubbish in the bin. Simple as that. Anyway, happy birthday to me. We're going to have me coffee. I'm going to go down and I'm going to see Winky. I'm going to take her out for a meal. I'm going to shag her brains out.
You dirty old man.
Because it's birthday and that's what happens. And then I'm going to do it all again next week. Is your life as good as mine? I love my life. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, because the money will follow. See you all in the next one.